Tobias, you know, you scheduled the fight a couple of weeks ago. That obviously didn't happen. Was that a blessing or a curse based on that performance?
It seemed like a blessing going by that performance, to be honest. Yeah, it's a blessing, man.
Look, you just fought Wayne Drake. We've seen Wayne Drake give some of the, you know, the hottest up-and-coming amateur prospects in the country a hard time. You know, drop names. We saw Mario Said have to go the distance with him. You made it look easy at 87 seconds. What was the game plan coming in, and is that what you expected to happen?
Yeah, I expect him to rush me from the goal, to be honest. But to be fair, I thought he was going to come in just straight away. But, you know, I've been working on being pressured all my career. I've been pushed up against the cage, you know, so I'm used to those situations and just keep my footwork going and, you know, defending off the cage. So, and it worked, so, you know.
Is it going to be your home?
Yeah.
The weight cut you're going to make it for every fight?
It's easy weight cut, so it's just silly not to be.
You know, if debut on bAMMA and it's a big one, you know, 87 seconds or 82 second stoppage. How important was it for you to put on a performance tonight with bAMMA watching?
I mean, it meant the world to me to put on that performance. All day I've been like, oh, I want to go on bAMMA now. I want to make a statement straight away. You know, I want to show. Like, I feel like I've been under the radar. I want to show my skills. I didn't want to show my stand up. But unfortunately, that's how it happened against the cage, as usual. But you know, I finished it, so I'm happy.
I can imagine there's a lot of guys on the bAMMA roster now looking in September and going, Dublin, that's going to be a great night, a great party, and some great fights. Is that a card you'd love to be a part of?
Yeah, I'd love to fight in Dublin. That'd be amazing. If you can get me, Tim on there, hopefully someone else from our gym, you know, it'll be amazing.
Stu, that was a fantastic submission win against Tom Aspinall, undefeated heavyweight prospect, and you've come along and shown that being a prospect isn't all that. Talk us through the end of the fight, and forgive me for being cheesy, but it's the bottom line, you won, and that's all there is to it.
The thing is, like, I was a prospect, that was where Tom was, and to be honest, I stopped training hard and I paid the price, and this time Tom, he's a savage. I've watched his fights, he finishes people, he comes after them. And I just thought, I'm not, if this was the fight, this was me done. 3 in a row is done, mate, your career, go away. But I couldn't lose this, I didn't care. It's like when he was ground and pounding me, I'll be honest, it didn't hurt me, but I was ready to burst. I didn't want to make 5 crap attempts at escaping. I was listening to Mark, you can see me, when he tells me, you got to do something, I do something, and immediately I attack, I explode, and I was going for that. Like, to be honest, I was looking to sweep him, and I've been working so many heel hooks, because I know Tom likes heel hooks. I've been training with Marco Cagna and Andre Borges, Portuga, BJJ Heroes. Thank you very much, BJJ Heroes. Working on my heel hook defense and offense, and literally, like, that's where that came from. I never heel hook anyone, but that's like 4 weeks with, I don't know, 4 different black belts, putting it on me, getting submitted a lot and using a lot of techniques. So thank you, Marco, Portuga, everyone else, I can't remember. Sorry.
You had an opponent change. You know, Wendell Lewis was the original fight, and everybody was looking forward to it. You know, when you get a last-minute replacement like that, and again, these guys come from across the pond, and you never really know what they're capable of. Did it change anything in the game plan, or did everything stay the same?
I mean, shout out to Wendell. I know he got a legitimate injury, so it's the game we play, man. We get injured. It's simple as that. But this geezer took the fight on a couple of weeks, 2 weeks notice, like. So respect to Sergio, like. But my game plan wasn't really changing. I was going to strike anyway, and I knew Sergio was a bit of a grappler. Personally, I think I'm a better grappler, which is a great situation to be in. But I pulled my intercostal Thursday of just a week ago. Like, I pulled my intercostal, man, and it ain't been great. And I was just doing a bit of mat work in the back, warming up with my mate Matt, and it pulled again. And I was like, oh my God, this is not good. So I was like, box and move, getting nothing of grappling. And I knew he was going to come and charge me up against the fence. But I have been working that turn-off tie clinch for a little bit now.
You must have been pleased that clinch paid off. It was nice, and that knee went straight through it. You know, how pleased are you with how well you've drilled?
You know, I'm really pleased, because again, the last fight before, I envisioned things, man, and I envisioned that Japanese necktie, because that was what I was drilling at the time. This time I've been drilling that turn off on that knee, and I thought, wouldn't it be sweet, man, if I lay this dude out with a knee? And yeah, it's happened, man.
You know, we caught up with you a little bit pre-fight, and I know I'm not trying to make you sound arrogant, but you know, you were saying, you know, I see a finish in the first round here, you know, 127. Is it just simply the fact that it was a last-minute opponent? You need to step up in competition, or are you just that good?
I don't know, man. You make me sound good, Steve. But
you put me on the payroll.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just had a good feeling about tonight. I knew my man was a good grappler, but his striking wasn't something to write home about. So that was my game plan: was keep it at range, keep my gangly arms on him, hit him up.
Last one for me. You talked about the Lonsdale title being something that you were interested in. Again, I keep asking fighters. None of them ever want to give me a name. But you said you're maybe a couple of fights away from a title fight.
Yeah, man.
Who stands in your way then? Who makes sense as competition so you can say that title shot is mine?
You know what? I don't know. You ask Jude and ask Zorba. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ask them. They're the guys that make the matches. So they'll talk to Paul. He'll talk to me, and that's the way it goes.
September, Dublin. Harry Marple won on that card.
I may be resting this rib, but mate, if I'm honest, I know we got a card in October. I'm fully on the October card, but I have got a couple of injuries I could go and lick right now. So.
Welcome to bantamweight. Shay, you know, Gaz Pilot, we know he's tough, we know he was undefeated. You finished him, but it looked like he was in there for a scrap. How did it feel?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, he was definitely in there to fight. He didn't come to lose. He very tough. I hit him with some good shots, and I definitely tested him a bit because, you know, we were getting deep into the third round there. Obviously, we were both tiring. I was still keeping the pressure on him. He didn't give up. You know, he was there to win. So it was a very good test for me, my first one at bantamweight.
It seemed to me, though, as the fight progressed, you were able to kick up gears that Gaz couldn't find. The first round was closer. The second round was all you, and the third round you get the finish. Was that how it felt? Did you have to kind of kick it up a notch as the rounds progressed?
Yeah, I feel I've been doing that a little bit in my last few fights. I'm starting a bit slow. I need to get out of that habit somehow. Need to go speak to my team and let's work out what I can do about that. Like you said, we had a close first round, and I was a little disappointed, not in the fact I knew Gaz was tough, but I knew I could do better, and I was like, come on, let's just to myself, let's pick it up, and that's what I felt like I did after that first round had ended. You've
been training out with Tiger Muay now again, and you know, with Coach Huerta and all of those guys. You're part of Team Banter, which is, so how important have they been to your evolution, and how important are they going to be in helping you get to that Ed Arthur fight that you want so much?
I mean, they've been absolutely fantastic. I've got a great team here in England, but I struggle for training partners. You know, I don't train with any other pros and stuff. So getting out there on a full-time basis has picked me up a level, and it's going to keep doing so. As you mentioned, Team Banter, that team will soon be known as one of the top teams in the world. It just needs a little bit of time. The UFC's next weekend. There's 4 guys on it. You know, they're all going to represent, and like I say, it just takes a few years, but there's some beast there.
I know, again, my last question for me, and it's more about for you. I know you're supporting a charity with this fight. Do you want to give out a quick shout to that charity? And
definitely, it's bAMMA. It's working with limbless veterans, so I'm actually donating 10% of my t-shirt sales to them, and on my banner I had a little thing. If you look out for it, you can donate a few £, via text message. So it's a really good charity. It's a friend of mine put me onto the charity, and yeah, they're doing great things, so if you could help them with that. I'll have to double check, but I think it's just bAMMA, bAMMA.co.uk.